Welcome to the Captain's Report, where the fish are big, the stories are bigger, and nothing is off limits.
Of course, just blood drooling. Same motion through the shark. Okay, cool. That's over with. Girl didn't get hurt. Here's the kicker. Girl, dad, mom. Dad was a firefighter. Mom was a nurse.
Oh.
Yeah, guess who had to wrap me up? Myself. They wouldn't even touch me. So I grabbed the gauze and an ace bandage, and I'm sitting here wrapping myself. Guys, give me a second. Let me wrap myself. Didn't offer to help, nothing. Just set up in the front. Just let me do my thing. And I was like, cool, thanks.
They don't want that liability.
I know.
That's the dream crew to have a bite on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But young and dumb, that was when I was early years of running the fish
Yeah.
finder. I get up to the office. They're like, oh, you got bit by a shark? I showed it. It's filleted open. Like, you should get some stitches. And I'm like, nah. Yeah, there's probably still scars left. I mean, it was meat folded. Yeah, that'll be all right.
You remember the boy that we nicknamed Trigger
Oh,
on the headboat?
Trigger. That's a pretty good one. All right. So how did he get his nickname? Oh, this is on the headboat, right?
Yeah.
And
He got his nickname Trigger because he was hooking a triggerfish up on the bow of the boat, and the thing turned around and bit him like right here between the hand.
talking about between the
teeth.
pointer finger and the
bit him
thumb.
like that.
In the sweet, what do we call that? The
let
sweet
out-
meat? Yeah.
He let out the blood curdlingest scream. You thought somebody would have been murdered on the boat. They heard it on the back of the boat over the engines, and so everybody, his nickname for the rest of the season was Trigger.
Trigger.
Oh yeah, I mean, we thought somebody got murdered on the front of the boat.
That's funny. That is hilarious. Any other guys with any good nicknames from fish?
Yeah, I figured that you'd remember
Or the
him.
Trigger? Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The fish.
I've got one bite story. Probably my first or second year chartering. One of those days the bite's kind of slow. We caught a surprisingly good-sized bluefish for the creek. We were inshore flounder fishing. And as soon as we get it in, this little kid's all excited. And I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good-sized bluefish. And I was like, hey, I'm going to get him in the boat, stay back. They've got teeth. And so as soon as he gets in the boat, the kid's like, they've got teeth? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, I want to see the teeth. And I was like, okay, well, let me get the hook out, and then I'll show you the teeth. But the teeth, they hide them in their gum line. So I grabbed the bluefish, and this was just me, young and dumb. Instead of getting pliers and pulling his lip down,
Oh, yeah.
I just got my fingernail and barely pulled the lip down. I was like, yeah, look at his teeth. And he just goes,
Sucked that finger right in, didn't he?
and I looked down, and the tip of my finger was gone. And I was like, dadgummit. And the mom's like, what's wrong? And I was like, he bit the tip of my finger off.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny because I have a very, very similar story. I don't know if the old man remembers this or not. The first time I had ever caught a bluefish, I remember we were fishing over by the Red 14. I don't know if we were red fishing or I was too young to remember. I caught a bluefish. I'm in the back of the boat. He was in the front of the boat. I don't remember exactly because I was so young. All I do remember is it was the first bluefish I'd ever caught.
Right.
And I get him in the boat, go to take him off, and the old man goes, hey, be careful. That's a bluefish. He's got, Too late. I already had my finger in his mouth trying to get the hook out. It's like a couple seconds earlier would have been perfect. No, first time you learned a bluefish have teeth.
So I this was fairly recent, maybe a year or two ago. I'm fishing out by the jetties, and it was either a 5 or 6 top. I had a full boat, and I had given them all a cup of shrimp, and I was like, look, I will get to you as fast as I can, but if I can't get to you, here's how you need to bait it. If you get a big fish, yell net, and I'm running laps, just unhooking a sea bass, unhooking this, that, the other, hoping to stumble into some drum. Same thing. I'm in the back of the boat, and a guy in the front of the boat starts yelling, and I look, and he's just whipping his hand back and forth, and I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he was like, I lipped this fish, and it's not letting go. He had a whole toadfish locked down.
A toadfish locked on the
Locked on his thumb.
That's like putting your hand in a pair of vice grips.
Yeah.
If those guys, if you guys out there don't know what a toadfish is, definitely look that one up. Toadfish. The other name for them is oyster crackers.
Yeah.
Or mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law fish, because they have
You know what they call
jaws.
them in Jersey?
What do they call them?
Sally growlers.
Sally growlers. That's pretty wild.
You ever heard one growl?
No, I have not. Is that why they call them Sally growlers?
I've never heard it called salad growler, but I'm not. Probably so. We always called them oyster crackers.
Oyster
Yeah.
crackers. Yep.
Yeah.
I've had a few of them. If you piss them off, they'll growl.
Like a grunt or like a drum.
No, like a growl. Whatever you just pictured when I say growl is what it sounds like.
Wow, that's pretty weird. I'll have to listen for
piss
that
one
one
off
next
now.
time.
But that guy had toadfish latch on his thumb. He's shaking.
It's just holding.
And it's not letting go. And he's finally calmed down. And he's just holding it. And I was like, bro, what made you look at that fish and think I'm gonna lip it? And he was like, I don't know. I was trying to get. You were busy. I was trying to get the hook out so we keep things rolling. And so we sat there, and he was like, "What do I do?" And I said, "I don't have a clue." and so I took the pliers and tried to kind of knock him in the head a little. Nothing. He's just locked
Piss him
down.
off a little bit.
So I was like, "Well, man, look, just come back to the live well and just put your whole hand down in the live well. Maybe if we get him in some water,
He'll let go.
he'll relax." And I mean, it might have been 2 minutes. It felt like 10. But finally, the fish let go while he was just soaking his hand in the live well.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
That fish bit back.
Yeah, it did.
Your uncle would have had the state record and his name by it, but he would not turn it in.
Oh, because it was a toadfish? Did not want the recognition
Did not want the recognition
for the
of
largest
state record toad
state record
Your
toadfish.
Uncle Marshall caught a toadfish. Literally, we weighed it over 10 pounds.
Gosh, I'll take it. Put my name on the books.
It's a world record, not a state record.
It had a mouth on it that looked like what on the Sesame Street, that one that comes out of the trash can Grover or whatever.
Cookie Monster.
Yeah, that's what his mouth looked like. This thing was like this big and this wide. He caught it on the 10 Mile Reef we were fishing. years
Good to
ago.
know. I'm gonna go get him.
Oh, that's pretty funny. That is pretty funny.
Yeah, we
The
went
fish-
in and-
the fish that bite back. That would have been. You could have shoved your whole hand in that. Oh
You
man!
could have put a
Speaking
softball
of,
in that.
you were talking about thumbing. How many times do you get customers on the boat that ask, "Hey, can I lip this? Is this yeah?" That's what I'm saying. Like, can I stick my foot? You know what I mean? Do these fish have teeth?
Yeah.
And you got to explain to people that what percentage of saltwater fish have teeth?
A lot of them.
99.
99.
Yeah, I was gonna say 90%.
Yeah, I didn't want to be repetitive, but when Caleb was talking about the guy lipping the toadfish, I had a dude from Indiana, same thing, very busy boat, so I'm like doing what I can, and it was when we just started, and catches a bluefish, and he's just holding it there, and I'm like, I got you, man, I'll be right with you, and he
Hold on.
lips it, and the bluefish bites down on his finger, and I hear him screaming. And if you know what a bluefish, like, they don't just let go.
Yeah.
No, they shake.
And it's shaking there
Shake.
on his finger, and his finger is, I'm watching him bleed. And I was like,
I mean, did it almost? I mean, I could imagine it would sleeve his finger.
yeah.
I mean, you could shake it around the thumb.
And I was like, man, like, I want to apologize, but
You did it to yourself.
Yeah. At what point are you like, bruh?
But
Come on.
afterwards it got off. I mean, we bandaged him up. But I looked at him and I was like, look, going forward, everything we're going to catch today has teeth.
Yeah.
So don't put your finger in its mouth.
I mean, if we really think about it, like a black drum and a croaker,
Sea bass.
sea bass.
Yeah, I mean,
there's not
even
many
the
that
ones
that don't have
even-
sharp
the
teeth
only
They've got
have
teeth in the
jaws
back.
that'll
Yeah,
well,
they got teeth in the back of their mouth.
That's sea bass is the only one that I'm like, hey, look, this is the only saltwater fish I will lip, and even then, I'm not lipping him. I'm bypassing his teeth to get to the soft tissue.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it's like a bass largemouth on steroids. It's
Yeah.
still, if he shakes, he's still going to chew you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not many out there that don't have teeth.
I tell the people the same thing about red drum. They're like, yeah, I see guys holding these things and they lip them. And I was like, well, that's cool. But
Go
if
ahead.
you look at their top jaws, they have teeth.
Yeah.
And they will bite you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
The
yeah.
worst thing you can do with the red drum is shove your fingers up, like you're doing a trout.
Oh, the
throat
gill
thing.
gill plates.
The gill rakers,
Rakers?
they're not coming back.
No, and it hurts.
Chinese finger
Same as a
trap.
grouper.
Yep.
People grab them.
Most of them are like
That
that.
and then the grouper's gill plates, even a sea bass's gill
Oh.
plates.
razor sharp.
Oh yeah.
razor sharp.
Sharp.
So, dang. The fish that bite back.
I got one more if you
All
got
right,
time.
what you
on
got?
it.
What you got?
Commercial fishing years ago. You ever heard of the Cabera snapper?
Indeed.
You know, the big Cabera snapper?
Yeah.
We caught one day that was about 85 pounds. To give everybody else,
Good grief, that's a big one. For a Cubera?
Oh,
How
I
big do
know.
they get?
we caught them
I-
up to 110.
I
way.
weighed one in. I remember when I was a teenager, we weighed one in gutted. It was 90 pounds.
I think the world record was just caught like last week down in Venice.
How big?
Off a rig, 130.
Holy cow.
I
So
had a,
those big ones, what I thought was cool as a teenager, I'd break the fangs off of them and turn them into
yeah.
like necklaces.
I have
Well,
a
yeah.
They're
very
they have
very
fangs.
toothy
They have
critters.
two big fangs
Yeah.
up top
Yep.
Yeah.
and two down below. All right, I had a greenhorn on the commercial fishing boat, and we caught this 85-pounder, and we told him they got teeth. They will bite you. They're one of the only fish I know that you can lay them on the deck, and their eyes will follow you. They will watch you.
Wow,
Seriously.
weird.
And this guy wanted to see those fangs, and he was relentless. We kept telling him, John, quit messing with the fish. Don't. He'll bite you. Don't, And he's back there with his commercial fishing white boots on, kicking him in the mouth, trying to get him to open his mouth up. Well, that Cabera was sitting there and looking at him and keeping his jaws, and had his jaws, you can see them flare out, Well, he waited for this perfect time, and when
The
that
right swing and
right swing come
Boot the
down,
mouth, huh?
he opened that mouth up, and that boy inserted his all the way up to there, and that fish latched down, and you could see the muscles in his jaw, just gone. That boy started hollering and screaming, and he's got his whole foot in his mouth, and we run back there and trying to figure out, like you did, trying to figure out how do you get
Yeah.
somebody's foot out of a,
Yeah.
the fish's mouth is big enough that he can put his whole foot in, and it went all the way up, and that fish is bit down on it. Finally, Crazy Richard took a kill stick and just beat him to the
or
fish
the fish
senseless.
killed the fish.
Why? When we get the boy's foot and boot out of the fish's mouth, he's got two vampire holes in the top of his boot, and blood's coming out his boot from his foot.
God.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this clip, make sure to like and subscribe and check out our full episodes. Link in the description below. Thanks for watching, tight lines, and we'll see you on the water.